Kyle Austin, Mike Griffith from MLive.com here at Spartan Stadium. Nice and refreshed after a bye week. And Mike, I think Michigan State heading into the Nebraska game on Saturday probably feels a little bit refreshed and maybe a little bit healthier too.
Yeah, a lot healthier with Jack Allen back and the offensive line really intact for the first time since that 31-28 win against Oregon back on September the 12th. It's been that long since everybody's been together. Madre London, another tailback. We really don't know what's going to happen in that backfield, Kyle. They got all four guys listed as oars, and really they only like a three-man rotation. So something worth keeping an eye on is that running back rotation.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the offensive line, as you mentioned, can do for that. Because those guys, they've got four of them, but they haven't really gotten much of a running attack going the last couple of weeks, I think. I think they really struggled. They did well at the end against Indiana, but I thought on the whole that was a tough day for the running backs. So I think getting Jack Allen back at center, getting Jack Conklin back there at left tackle again, I think we're going to see another level to this Michigan State offense in this running attack.
Well, they need to because, Nebraska, the line on the game's 4.5.
Yeah.
Tommy Armstrong Jr., the quarterback, he missed that loss to Purdue 55-45, and 28 of those Purdue points came off turnovers. They had a brand-new quarterback. So you plug Tommy Armstrong in there. It's a different Nebraska team, and Nebraska has had their moments where they've looked really good. They won at Minnesota by 3 touchdowns, and we saw recently just how tough Minnesota can be. So I don't think this game's going to be a walk in the park for the Spartans.
Well, I'm not the first one to make this comparison, but it's such an apt comparison I can't not make it. Michigan State in 2012, they lose, 5 games by 12 points?
13 points.
13 points.
Mm-hmm.
That team was good enough to beat teams, that it was
Absolutely.
losing to. And you have to think Nebraska, they've got the talent. You have to think that
Same thing, 5 games by 13
they're
points.
They're certainly capable, and I think that's something Michigan State's aware of. But, fans shouldn't just look at that record and think, oh, this is going to be a walk, because it's not.
Well, no, you look at it and, look at it like this. This way, Michigan State has won 4 games on the last possession, whether that was holding the other team out of the end zone or driving down or, the Michigan game. Nebraska's lost 5 games either in the last 10 seconds or in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
So it's close. They've had injuries. They've had guys in and out of the lineup, just like Michigan State. But here's the deal. They're coming home. They've won 16 straight night games at Memorial Stadium. And this is their chance to salvage their season. Mm-hmm. All the chips are pushed into the middle for Nebraska. Mm-hmm. It's a team that has had more first downs than Michigan State the last 2 times they've played. Both Michigan State wins, but it's a team that's turned the ball over against Michigan State. If Nebraska plays a clean football game in Memorial Stadium, this game's going to be close.
It could be close, and it's going to say a lot for how Michigan State's rest of the season goes. Big news tonight will be the college football rankings, the first one. I'll be watching, you'll be watching. Mark D'Antonio informed us today he will not be watching. Do you buy that it's really that unimportant to him?
No, I think he's interested, but I think he has to send a message to his team that it doesn't matter what the rankings say. Michigan State is in control of their own destiny. If they go undefeated, they're in. Yeah. They know that. Mm-hmm. And if they lose to Ohio State, they're probably not in. Mm-hmm. So, the rest of this is just window dressing. There's no reason to get fired up or comfortable either way because as we saw last year, Kyle, this committee will move someone above you, even if neither one of these teams have played. It happened last year. Mississippi State was moved 3 spots ahead of Michigan State, even though neither team played, and that's why Michigan State didn't go to the Orange Bowl. They ended up in the Cotton Bowl because of this unpredictable committee.
Well, I think, as strange as this sounds, I think Michigan State would actually be, if Michigan has to lose a game, I think it would be better off losing this weekend than in Columbus.
I would agree with that.
Because you lose this weekend, you beat Ohio State, you can still win the Big Ten championship game, and that would be a bad loss, but it's earlier in the season, it's on the road. I think you get in. If you win this game and you go lose even a close game in Columbus, you can't win that Big Ten championship.
Yeah,
I think that's a tougher road.
But if you lose this game and you lose to Ohio State,
then you're done.
Now you're not even going to the Rose Bowl. You're out of the New Year's Six picture, and you're probably going to the Citrus Bowl or the Outback Bowl against a pretty good SEC team.
Well, we'll see how it all plays out starting this Saturday at the Memorial Stadium. Check with MLive.com/Spartans until then.